All right. Well, I guess I'll do my whole spiel. Ooh, hello. I
Yay.
know you love it. It's your favorite thing in the whole world. Hello, everybody. This is Evan Rogers, and I'm coming at you with another online live lesson with John and Kayla and their son. I won't say his name because he's too young, but he has a very interesting name, who is busy watching an exciting cartoon. And we are going to be doing the second conversation that I wrote for this. The intonation should be accurate on here, and unfortunately, we're not being joined by Kayla's mother or the cousin. Is that right? The cousin didn't want to join your cousin?
Yeah, apparently they both were too shy and nervous.
They were like, I know I make YouTube videos about losing weight and running marathons, but Japanese is too much. I don't blame them.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know your cousin, but I guess she didn't want to join. She?
I think she was just too afraid.
What if people hear me?
I'm gonna try to talk her into it more. She wants to learn. I think she's just nervous.
She wants to learn Japanese, but she doesn't want to join the lessons.
I think she watches the videos.
Oh, I mean, nervous, that's fine. What's her name? Well, I don't know. You have to tell me your name, but hello, cousin. I'm not scary. And if you notice also, like, only 40 people watch these videos, so no one's actually going to see us, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Plus, it'd be cool because when you have children or something like that, you can say that was me, and then they'll be like, "Oh."
She does have. She has a teenage daughter.
Oh, okay, so. Okay. I didn't know how old your cousin might have been.
Who also wants to learn it. So I don't know why they just don't do it together.
Let's join everybody together. Yeah, they're all like, "I want to watch Akira and understand what they're saying in native Japanese."
Yeah, I think they do watch that. So.
I just like the idea of like them watching together, like, I can't wait to understand this movie, and like the guy's destroying the universe. All right. Well, here we have a conversation number 2. Once again, we have Mr. A on the left and Mr. B on the right, or maybe it's a guy and a girl, who cares. And they're having a conversation. And once again, we'll be plugging and chugging. We will eventually be plugging in different verbs to these underlined sections. Some of you out there in Internet Sylvania might be saying, Evan, these are boring conversations. To which I will say, yeah, it's the first lesson. Get over it. All right. Everyone, please repeat after me. This says, Ashita kaimasu ka?
Ashita kaimasu ka?
Great. What does ashita mean?
Will.
Tomorrow.
Kaimasu. What does kaimasu mean?
Bye.
That is accurate. Now, really quickly, you might remember how in conversation 1, I said these just plain old scruty mosses and all these normal moss form verbs can either mean will or do, right? You do something or you will do something. Because we added the word ashita, that no longer is possible. You can never say like, oh, do you eat sushi tomorrow? That does not make sense. And thus, with this sort of a time marker here, we know for certain that this has to be in the future. Ashita kaimasu ka? Are you going to buy whatever it is we're talking about tomorrow? Or it could even be, will she buy something? Or will he buy something? Will they buy something? We don't really know outside of context. So just one more time. Ashita kaimasu ka?
Ashita kaimasu ka?
Yeah, great. And B is like, no, dude, that is incorrect. Yep, chigaimasu.
Iya chigaimasu.
Iya chigaimasu.
Yeah, great. Yeah, chigaimasu. And then here we have kyou kaimasu yo.
Kyou kaimasu yo.
Perfect. It's you guys, perfect harmony. It was beautiful. All right, kyou today. Kaimasu, either it means I do something or I will buy. Sorry, I do buy something or I will buy something. Again, the word kyou eliminates the idea of I do buy that. I buy these on the regular. Because we have a time marker on a specific day, it has to mean I will buy it today. Today, I will buy it. Notice we have the yo particle, and our translation of the yo particle was asserting information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So professional.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get into my movie trailer. Today, I will buy it. Okay, so the assertive thing. Notice how there was an incorrect statement being made, and so we fixed it.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is kind of what that yo is doing. In English, we do this, and this is the weird part about English that always needs to be explained. In normal sentences, we just say something like "I buy chicken" because that's what we all say every day. I buy chicken, right? Every week I go to the store and I buy chicken, something like that.
Mhm.
However, if somebody were to say, so the other day, my friend Evan, he went to the store and he never buys chicken. He only ever buys steak. And I'd be like, no. I do buy chicken. Notice how we add that word do there to emphasize the fact that it does happen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of in the vicinity of what the yo particle is doing at the end of the sentence.
Okay.
Okay, great. To an extent. A lot of people don't have a great understanding of what the yo particle does, and that's not exactly what it does, but that is definitely in its domain. In other situations, it's just simply saying something along the lines of just almost like an exclamation point. Some people call it the exclamation point. It isn't really, but it has a little bit of an overlap. But that's kind of what's going on there. Kyo kaimasu yo. Okay, so yeah, chigaimasu. Sorry, please repeat it to me. I'm in the middle of coughing.
Chigaimasu.
Yeah, chigaimasu.
Yeah, chigaimasu.
Great. Well, we'll let John off the hook this time. Kyo kaimasu yo.
Kyo kaimasu yo.
Yeah, great. So, John, tomorrow will you buy it? No, that's incorrect. I will buy it today. Next one. We are going to a location. Here we go. Ashita ikimasu ka?
Ashita ikimasu ka?
Yeah, good. Yeah, chigaimasu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chigaimasu.
chigaimasu.
Kyo ikimasu yo.
Kyo ikimasu yo.
Kyo ikimasu yo.
You guys are laughing, and I'm just... Yeah.
I'm laughing at John for his mess up last sentence.
What did he say? I missed it. What did he say?
Don't worry about it.
Just in case, one time. Ashita ikimasu ka?
Ashita ikimasu ka?
Okay, great. All right. So, tomorrow, will you do whatever the verb is? No, that's incorrect. I will go today. Okay?
Got it.
Do you guys, are you able to do it without looking? Like, can I hide 2A and 1A and 1B and have you guys do it?
We can try.
All right, Kayla, you be A, and John, you be B.
Nope.
let's just see how good you guys can do without it once.
Ashita yomimasu ka?
Yeah, great.
EA. Yomimasu.
Iya.
That's what
John.
I said.
Well, here we go. It's going to be, that's incorrect.
Oh, you're right.
Chigaimasu.
You could say iya. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, chigaimasu.
Yeah. EA. Chigaimasu.
And then kyo yomimasu yo.
Kyo yomimasu yo.
Yeah, kyo yomimasu yo. Great. One more time. Let's see if we can get it.
Ashita yomimasu ka?
EA yomimasu.
First he's saying, no, that's incorrect. Yeah, chigaimasu.
I'm lost.
Oh, so the first thing...
I'm just completely lost.
The first thing you're going to say is, no, that's incorrect. Yeah, chigaimasu.
Yeah, chigaimasu.
And then you're going to say, today, I will read it. Kyo yomimasu yo.
Kyo yomimasu yo.
Yeah, great. That's fine. It's okay to make a mistake. I just want to see if we could do it. Which,
It's okay.
It's okay if we can. It's okay if we can. It's okay if we can't. So your cousin who thinks that she'd be made fun of, look, I'm not making fun of John, so...
Oh yeah, you'd make fun.
Nope. He's definitely he's just starting too, you know.
No, exactly. I'm just joking around. Me saying that I'm not making fun of him is me making fun of him. It was a catch-22. It's like, see, he's clearly making. Anyway, it's a joke. I'm sorry. I'm just having fun. All right, kimasu, to come to a location. John, 2A. Oh, I guess not 2A, just A. And then Kayla, you'll be B.
Ashita kimasu ka?
Iya chigaimasu. Kyo kimasu yo.
Exactly. Yeah. Ashita kimasu ka? Oh, sorry, John. Repeat after me. Ashita kimasu ka?
Ashita kimasu ka?
Exactly. And then Kayla. Yeah, chigaimasu.
Yeah, chigaimasu.
Kyo kimasu yo.
Kyo kimasu yo.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. All right, now
I was trying to do it without looking at the screen.
No, that's totally fine. No, that's good. The less you look at it, even if it's a little bit off, it'll be fine. Honestly, I want to make this stuff your homework, and then just come to class and try to blast it out. But I just haven't gotten around to assigning it because I'm a lazy bum. This is the first lesson, so I'm trying to like walk us through how it's going to kind of work a little bit instead of trying to like just throw it at you.
Okay, so are most lessons going to be like in this style?
In what style?
Like in this format?
A lot of it will be, yeah. We're going to try to learn the vocabulary, try to go through a few of the conversations at least, and then explain the grammar, and then hopefully you guys will memorize a bunch of the conversations and be able to just blast them out without looking at it. That's the goal. Probably not going to happen, don't worry. But
no, that's fine.
And then
I can guarantee it ain't going to happen.
Well, here's how we're going to guarantee it. Next one is shimasu. Kayla, A. John, B. Shimasu.
Ashita shimasu ka?
Yeah. Shigamasu. Kyo shimasu yo.
Yeah, good. Shigaimasu.
Shigaimasu. Yeah.
Yeah. You're fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah. That's okay. So Kayla, repeat after me. Ashita shimasu ka?
Ashita shimasu ka?
Yeah, my intonation was actually wrong there. Ashita shimasu ka?
Ashita shimasu ka?
Yeah, great. And then John. Yeah, chigaimasu.
Yeah, shigaimasu.
Kyo shimasu yo.
Kyo shimasu yo.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Great. Next we have. So do we think we have the pattern down a little bit better? Let's try not looking. Here we have hanashimasu. John, you'll be A. Kayla, you'll be B. Hanashimasu is the verb to speak. Oh, I haven't been quizzing you on what they mean. Go ahead.
Oh boy, is it Kyo? Is that how it starts?
It's gonna be, will you do it tomorrow?
I know.
Or sorry, will you speak tomorrow? Will you speak tomorrow?
Ashita.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Ashita hanashimasu ka.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, chigaimasu. Kyo hanashimasu yo.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Kyo hanashimasu yo.
Show off.
Well,
I asked, like, I was basically like,
do you know that
as a question.
You know, in the comments, there's like teams are like, oh man, Kayla's totally kicking John's ass. And so that's her showing off to her fan base there.
Well, I can take her in a fight, I think.
Not if she has her son fighting.
At the end of this, there's a boxing match.
Exactly. All right, the next one, number 5, tabemasu. What does that verb mean? Let's throw it to John. I have a feeling Kayla knows it.
I believe that means eat.
Exactly, you're exactly correct. So Kayla's going to ask you, will you eat whatever it is we're talking about tomorrow? And then you're going to say, no, what you just said is incorrect. I will eat it today. Go ahead, Kayla, you're A.
Ashita tabemasu ka?
I have no idea. Something with a lot of vowels.
Shiga.
Yeah, shiga.
Shigaimasu.
Yeah, shigaimasu. Kyo tabemasu yo.
Yeah, kyo tabemasu yo.
Yeah, I got it. See?
Well, really quickly, one thing I got to really nip in the bud. It's not chigamasu.
Oh, God.
I keep hearing chigamasu. So I want to hear chigaimasu.
Chigaimasu.
Yeah, chigaimasu.
Chigaimasu.
Yeah, great.
I'm gonna print this off.
Yeah, actually, and I'm gonna send you guys updated copies because I did a little bit of work on it. Okay, so it'll be a bit nicer. I'll send you an updated copy of this. Okay.
Yep. Very tired eyes right now looking at this. So.
That's totally fine. Totally fine. We got the pattern down. I think one of the lessons is going to be you guys memorize these on your own, and then we'll try to just blast them out in class one day, okay?
Yes.
In the meantime, it's only been about a 10-minute video, So I want to talk about a few things. Let's go up to the up here at the beginning of the lesson. I didn't really know how to organize the lesson, and I kind of have it in a screwy way. So really quickly, we have lesson 1, and it is entitled, you're going to love this, Distal, Polite, Positive, Non-Past Verbs, and 2-Sentence Final Particles. The world's most boring name, and also it's written in Martian. Like distal isn't a word you guys probably know. Polite, I mean, you kind of know what polite means, but like, what are we talking about? Positive, I mean, you know what positive is, but what does that have to do with language? Non-past, what are we talking about? We know verbs, 2-sentence final particles. My goodness, what a boring title. Really quickly, let's talk about what some of these words mean, okay?
Yes.
So I like to phrase it like this, because it helps you guys remember kind of an aspect of Japanese. The Japanese language has in it, built into it, a system of politeness. That's why the word polite is up here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you're seeing all those verbs ending in mas?
Yes.
Great. That is, some textbooks call it the distal form. Some textbooks call it the polite form, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's called distal, and this used to be my term before coronavirus came by, because it creates, when you use mas, it creates a social distance between the speaker and the listener. Now, that does not mean you stand 6 feet apart or whatever it is. It used to mean that there was literally a social, not like a physical, a social distance between you, like your boss and the worker, or the teacher and the student, or just two people who don't know each other that well. There is, in every literal sense of the word, a social distance between the people. And that's why they chose the term distal, because you see how it kind of has the word distance in it, distal, right? Okay, so that's part of that.
Yeah.
I like to paint this picture. The reason why this is here, this isn't really the reason why, it's a fun picture. You might have heard stories about how the samurai could basically go around doing whatever they wanted to. And it got to the point where one of the ways to test this part is actually serious. One of the ways to test the sharpness of their newly forged katanas was to find criminals who were convicted and then lop off their heads.
Sounds right to me.
We need to bring that back in our society. And it got to the point, though, that the samurai basically become the, judge, jury, and executioner. And so they were going around doing horrible things. So if you ever lived in a situation where some guy with a sword could just chop off your head and have complete immunity, you might want to learn how to start speaking polite to them. That's the joke reason for why distal and politeness exists. I'm sure there's a different reason. I just don't know what the real reason is. So Japanese has different politeness levels. There's actually 2 axes, like an XY axis in mathematics, of politeness levels. And we're learning a little bit of one of the axes. And that's going to be the distal style. You're going to hear me say distal or polite, okay?
Okay.
Distal is often referred to as polite. It's a style of speaking that creates or acknowledges the social distance between the speaker and the listener. I have a rough English equivalent because we don't have this. Imagine if we had words added into a language that said, I am being polite to you. Like, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
How that would be insane, right? However, we do kind of have something like that. How are you doing today, ma'am? Versus, how you doing, sugar? I guess I wrote sugar lips. How you doing, sugar lips? So you can kind of hear.
Said that ever.
That is. Kayla knows your line. That was your pickup line. You saw her and you're like, "Hey, how you doing, sugar lips?" And she's like, "Oh my god, I have to have him."
Never mind, I won't say it.
The next word that was on this obtusely written title was positive. You'll notice how nothing we said in any of those conversations in any way says, I did not do something, or I did not, or I will not do anything, right? The reason why there's no not in any of those sentences is because they are all positive sentences. You will have noticed that I said, iya chigaimasu in that last one, but even chigaimasu is a positive saying. You're saying it is different, right? It is different. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great. It is a positive sentence. And these are better described as perhaps non-negative because really, you don't learn English based on do not eat. You base it off of eat and then say it's negative, right? So it might be better to describe it as non-negative. I'm using the term to simply mean something is or does something as opposed to is not or does not do something. So this is an obvious English equivalent, but we're just getting used to the word positive. I ate a pizza versus I didn't. There should be the word eat there. Eat a pizza. I ate a pizza versus I didn't eat a pizza. That would be the difference between positive and negative. Okay?
Got it.
Okay, great. Next, we have particles. We've talked about those a little bit. Sorry, when John speaks up and says, I gotcha, my brain says, okay, keep going. So I'm used to having one-on-one lessons. And then Kayla chimes in. And I'm like, oh, God, Evan, you're being a misogynistic bastard.
No, it's fine. Sometimes they want to make sure you're not waiting for me. So I'm just like, yep.
Okay. Particles are little sounds that we've talked about before, usually only one syllable, but sometimes up to as many as 4 syllables, that modify or identify a word's or a clause's or a sentence's role. Now, probably we're not familiar with what a clause is, are we? Besides Santa Claus.
The word is familiar, but I haven't been in an English class in 15 years.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what a clause is here. Yeah, I'm not sure.
So really quickly, I actually have a series called Fancy Language Words. So anybody out there in YouTube, Sylvania, that wants to watch those and get used to the words, you can see what this is a little bit better. But basically, anytime you have a subject and that subject does or is described as something like I am Evan or I eat pizza, something like that. She is fat. She is beautiful. He is a monkey, something like that. You have the thing that is something or the thing that does something. Whenever you have a subject and a verb, you have a clause. A sentence is at least one clause, sometimes, 30, 40, 50 clauses, depending on how insane the sentence might get. Okay? That being said, particles modify words or just a single clause or an entire sentence's role in a conversation, what it does. For example, we learned the ka particle, and that changed the sentence from I will eat to will you eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it changed some of those sentences from I will eat it today to I will eat it today, or I do eat it today, or something. That doesn't make any sense, actually. I just got done saying how much that's impossible. But it changed it from, no, I will eat it today, or I'm going to eat it today is what I'm correcting, right? That's what the yo particle did. We will eventually learn more particles, because there's a bunch of them, and honestly, they're very convenient. Most language learners hate them, because they're like, oh, we don't have them in English, and it's like, I wish we had them in English. They're very convenient. We don't really have these in English, but there are a few rough equivalents. Rough English equivalent. That was fun, eh?
That's Canadian.
Yeah. Versus that was fun, right? If I add that little a to the end of the sentence, it's like I'm asking for mutual agreement. We're kind of on the same page and I'm asking, right?
Well, don't in English, I think I said this before, isn't it in English just the equivalent of inflection when you speak?
Many of the sentence particles will have just an inflection. Yeah, exactly. In
English, when I ask a question, it's not a statement. It's like, you like pizza is the statement, but you like pizza is, your voice inflection.
Yeah, exactly. I like pizza. Or you like pizza. You like pizza?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What I'm trying to do with these rough English equivalents is show a word that we insert into a sentence, but you're exactly right. Many things that I'm going to try to communicate to you are just those intonation changes.
Yeah.
And then another one here was you like that, right? Versus you like that. Again, adding that right changes the sentence, you like that. It's the best thing I could think about at the time for something even remotely close to a particle in English. We don't have them. No one would justify this as being a particle. So I'm not saying they're particles. They're just trying to show you that adding that a or right to the end of a sentence would be something like that. Okay, non-past, fancy way of saying that it didn't happen in the past, right? Time in Japanese functions a little bit differently than it does in English, which you don't need to think about right now, but it will come up eventually. Non-past means that the sentence will happen or it does happen at a time that is not in the past. Pretty basic. Exactly, pretty basic. There will be tricky sentences like in English, we have really annoying sentences like, I had already eaten that by 3 o'clock yesterday. Before I ate breakfast yesterday, I had already eaten a snack. Notice how we have, compared to now, we have a past, and then we have a second past behind that first past.
Yep.
So that's something that's very annoying. They don't have that they don't have in Japanese. So they have to work around that based on different past tenses things. Okay, rough English equivalent, I'll study tomorrow versus I studied this morning. That's pretty basic, I hope.
Yeah.
That being said, let's give you guys some homework. Try to memorize conversation 1 and conversation 2 and be able to blast them out. Okay? I'll throw a verb at you. I'll say, kimasu. A, Kayla, B, John. Kimasu. Go. And then you'll say, ashita kimasu ka? Ya, chigaimasu. Kyou kimasu yo. And it'll be exciting. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, that'll be for Friday. I will send you an updated copy of this because as you saw, I had to add the word eat.
How embarrassing.
I know, it's atrocious. All right. You guys had a good day?
Yep. All right. Appreciate it, brother.
Hey, oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. See ya.
See ya.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you like, subscribe, and share this video to everybody you know and yell at them repeatedly until they subscribe as well. If you'd like to support me even more, head on over to patreon.com where for just $1 a month, 3 cents a day, that's it, it's darn near free, you can help me financially keep these videos coming. And as a reward for your Patreon donations, you get access to all of the miscellaneous things that I produce to help out my own students who I teach in person, and also just things that I make for myself. And if you want a little bit more bang for your buck, head on over to Teespring, where you can get lots of fun clothing, mugs, stickers, cell phone cases, all that I've designed. More designs to come. I hope you have yourself a happy dappy day. Peace out.